From Bolero Mesa here for the title match of the Arizona Doubles Classic, one of our favorite tournaments each year. That's the handicap division on the right, and Quentin Bell has teamed up with Peyton Gaines to reach the title match, where they're playing top seeds Skip and Kyler Harden, a father-son team. They're getting 13 pins, and there's a lot of strikes so far over there. There's been a lot of strikes all day long, and this guy threw a lot of them. Matt Zweig, he has partnered up with Shane Smith and then making it a all ASU and relative title match, as Shane came through with 2 300 games on the day. His first in JBT, Riley Dempsey had the other one. Harper Schmidt is the man with all the titles around here. He had 2 handicap wins. This is his best career scratch finish, and he's trying to partner up with this guy, Alec Johnson, who's making waves around the collegiate world with some great results as well. They will trail by 20 if they convert that. Al converts that 6-10. That was Kyler Harden on the left. Bunch of rookies over there. This is every bowler in handicap's first career top 4, let alone this is Kyler's first ever cut. So everybody having breakthrough tournaments over in handicap. They've gone spare 3 in a row, and now a 7 hopefully spare, but that's not going to happen. And that's big trouble, because right now Peyton and Quentin have started off with the front 4, showing no mercy over there. Harper working hard on his game. He's had some good results in scratch. Would love to end up here with his first scratch win. Hold on lithium, a fairly hittable pattern. Of course, we haven't re-oiled since 11 this morning, so the lanes continue to change game by game. They'll have to adjust to those changes. That's kind of a bad break for Schmidt, leaving that 4-9, and Peyton managed to throw a gutter ball over there. So that's 20 pins a count already gone. More than that if you can't spare this up. That drastically changes the complexion of this match.
Harper, wait. If you want to throw the other ball, wait for it.
Could any would you please? Thank you, Josh.
Yes.
Doing a little icing the kicker over here, as Harper's going to have to think a little longer about his 4-9 as they're waiting on the ball to come back. And a great recovery by Peyton to convert that spare after that gutter ball. The gutter certainly isn't what you wanted on camera, but that's a fantastic conversion, because, I mean, that's another 20 pins if she doesn't spare that up there. Quentin has been a striking machine today. He usually ends up around game 3 of JBT complaining to me about his carry, and he had the carry today, finally, for him, as sure as hell as it feels. On a 181 average, he had his first 5 games all over 200 with a 279, 268 game 2-3 to really boost their team up. They won the semifinal match over Brockton and Devin Scottford. Brockton and Devin beat Lindsey Grime and Jaden Mabry. Lindsey just keeps making doubles finals. It's pretty amazing, really. Kyler's dad Skip over there in the 6th frame. Yeah, he taps that 10 over. Smacks it out. Said, do what I just did, son. That's how it's done. Over there. Great turnout, as there always is for Arizona doubles. All our doubles have been fantastic this year. Huge thanks to Tiffany and the whole team at Mesa for always doing just a stellar job hosting us. Pardon, a nice follow through there, trying to get it to hook back. Almost does, but that little baby split to shoot at. So Harper's had time to think about this 4-9, and they're already trailing, facing a double. I wonder if they talked about making a pretty good shot at going for this here. We'll hook at it, and there's still a lot of length and a lot of volume left in the middle 2/3 of the lane. That never gets over the 4, so it's 2 out of 3 opens. And a big early opportunity here for Smith and Johnson to really put the hammer down, as they're already open with the double. Meanwhile, great split conversion from Kyler. Shane's 300 earlier today was a good one. Make sure you watch the video for that. He was excited. We like that. His 11th ball was just like that in the 300. He got the 7th pin to tickle that time. This time he doesn't. But right now, even filling frames is going to put a lot of pressure on the other team to continue to string. Better first ball for Peyton, but now a tougher split. It is easier to shoot the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 than it is the 5, 10. See how she goes about it. Get the last second advice there from somebody. Who that was. Baker format, so Gaines is doing all the odd numbered frames for her team, and Bell will do all the even numbered frames. Zweig doing the evens for his team. Matt's going to give the Big Boy Tour a try next year. He's had great success in the PBA West region this season. And he'll be bowling the RPI in a couple weeks. Deep, round 6 there almost. Dead flush in the 1-3. Pretty ball for Matt. Quinton's got some pop on his release too. Watch. Well, and double dribble. And that's why you saw that 5. He does have that pop to release, but when you double dribble like that, you don't get that same rotation, and those light hips don't talk like they do the other time. Alec with kind of this looping delivery. Gets his right foot cleared to throw it to that. And wow, just crushes that rack. Solid 8. So the ASU team has to be over the moon here with 2 actual ASUers, right? A coach and a potential over there. At least a temporary Sun Devil for the day. Behind me there. Alec in his senior season, native of Florida. Alright, so Quinton made his spare. Skip's team is working on a spare. They've got to make up 13 pins. And another strike from Skip. They've made up 3 of that 13. So anybody's ball game in handicap, Schmidt shreds the rack in the 5th.
He just doubled off score. Let's go.
Always a big boost when you finally get that first strike. Here is Kyler's 9th strike working. Whoa! Break of his career right there is that swash the 1-1 pocket, and somehow they all just fell down. That's all that matters. Striking the scoreboard. Big advantage them. We'll see if Gaines can answer. Shane with that nice, more traditional game. About an arrow right of Matt. He's got a little bit more ball speed and a little less side roll than Zweig is choosing to use. Here's Peyton in the 9th. Virtually the same hit as Kyler, but she leaves the more traditional 6-10 in that spot. Kind of a must spare in that situation. It will be down to the 10th in handicap. Shane, a very good spare shooter, swishes to a ball that doesn't hook at all, cross lane, and good thing it doesn't hook at all, because any more hook and that would have been a standing 10 pin. Gaines at the 6-10. Uh-oh, that's going to miss it to the left. So, 175, they're giving 13. That is a painful one. Yeah. It may not come down to the 10th frame now. If nothing else, Matt is deliberate. If Matt ever does make the show next year, you will have to worry about his shot clock violations. Alright, good routine. You got to maintain that routine. That will lock the 1-3 pocket there. They've got 204. If Quinton strikes out, that would force a 192 from their opponents to win. 79, yeah, they're in trouble. I don't know how else to say that. A short count would be the only bad thing that could befall Team Harden over there. Matt's going to think about that 310 while Quinton tries to give his team the faintest glimmer of hope. Shreds the rack. Wow, Quinton has just been excellent all day long today. Tough spare when you're going slow and side rolling it to have to completely change your hand position to do that at it. Yeah, and that happens all the time when that's the case. Just barely slide by that 3. Open frame, and it gives new life to Alec and Harper. They can tie it up. Wow, that was weird. Weird pin action for 201 total. A completely respectable game. Nothing at all wrong with that. And Skip just needs to keep it on the lane. Giant shot here for Alec in the 6th. Oh dear. Well, good news, bad news. If he had left the 7 with that, that would have been just catastrophic. So that's the good news. The bad news is the double really would have helped there. That's a couple pins. Oh, that's 9 of them. I think the 8 was okay too, but yeah, 198 if he misses, they are going to win. Team Harden collects title number 1. Quinn will just have to go and win 84 more Strike Force tournaments, and he'll try and come back and win JBT again. We see you over there in Strike Force. Nothing wrong with that. Nice game from both father and son there. Skip had plenty of those strikes and wraps that 10 pin up for good measure, though, when the match is scratch, getting the pins. Seems to be a fine line. If the ball holds, it seems to go a little too far. When the ball checks early, it just careens through the nose. Got to be throwing pretty good shots right now to carry. Smith and Zweig lead by 20. Shane up working on an open in the 7th here.
Maybe.
No! Maybe turned into maybe not, as that ball ended up perfect, and wow, solid 8. Well, they're in the lead. That's not the worst possible scenario. Makeable spare. Mikey offers his opinion on that. Throw it better. Yeah. Team Harden wraps up title number 1 over there. Well bowled title match by all 4 of them. That's right. From waiting list to win.
Wow.
You thank Christy for giving us the extra lanes. No problem with the spare. The lead remains 20. Yes, there was a long waiting list to get into this tournament. Something else Mikey knows about.
Oh, yeah.
We were real generously given the rest of the house. So that made this tournament a lot shorter, number 1. And gave me a lot less of a headache. We hate turning away bowlers. Fortunately, did not have to do that. Right, 20 pin lead, spare working from that. 8th frame title match, Arizona Doubles. Quality shot. All that. Half 10. Especially coming off the 310 on the last shot. You only get 5 shots. 5 strike balls per game in Baker, so you really got to make educated guesses when you miss as to whether the lane changed or you didn't throw it good. And that is a skill. That's something that take your whole lifetime to figure out sometimes. He guessed he threw a bad shot and or made some adjustments there. Much better shot than the 310, obviously. No problem to spare. It's a 19-pin game with a giant 8th and 9th coming up here for Alec and Harper. So much of high school bowling is Baker. The entire college national finals is Baker, so it's something you got to learn. And he pures it. Alec showing why he's made a name for himself in the college bowling world. Flushing that double. And if you're Harper, it's your last frame of the tournament. Throw your best Sunday punch ball right here if you're him.
What? I know, I'm enjoying it.
Thank you. Came around that.
Oh. Hey, it's okay, take your time.
He really came all the way around that ball, and that leads to a different rotation. You could shred the rack or you could get 4 when that happens. He splats out most of the pins. With the spare, it'll be a 10-pin match. First things first, get the spare, he does. I didn't know what ball that was. I don't know if I was going to hook or not. So Alec, Shane and, this is Shane and Matt's scoreboard right here with that 10-pin lead. And over there, Harper and Alec. If they can stay Dutch the rest of the way, meaning strikes per strike, they'll have 195, and Alec would have to throw all 3 in the 10th to tie. Since we're on the spare now, this is the key shot and all that. Oh yeah, he sure did get the 8 out there. 2 perfect shots to finish the day for Shane there. That solid 8 in the 7th and dead flush in the 9th. He's done his job. Right now it's simple. Matt strikes, they win. Anything less than a strike, you can have a tie or win by Alec and Harper. tune in tomorrow to see if Matt throws this stretch. This one might take a while, folks. We kid, but that routine is one of the things that turned him from an average JBT bowler into a great current bowler. Oh, man! Listen, that was an excellent shot. He posted that follow-through, and it looked like he was going to rip a messenger from the 6th arrow to win it. Instead, the messenger fails to take out the corner pin, and we got ourselves a match. Goodness. Not a capacity crowd. We sometimes get 100 people watching this Ladders of Arizona Doubles. First thing first, cover your spare. Excellent. Right in the schnoz of the 10 pin. And an uber important fill ball coming up. Yep, tune in tomorrow. I'm going to go get another beer. Lit up by the end of this match. Back at it for team competition tomorrow. Always another one of our favorite tournaments. We love December. It's good stuff. Yeah, of course. Fill ball will make Alex shoot all 3. Either way, Alex will need to double. It's a matter of what will be on the line with that 3rd shot. He might be the first person to ever lose money making a TV show. Make 10 grand for whatever, then get fined 20 grand. Giant shot, here we go. Wow. I think his first shot in the 10th was the better ball, but that's the one that carries, so they have ensured a tie. All 3 of the 10th is a tie and a 1-shot roll-off. Here's your first. Ice water in those Sun Devil veins. Shreds that rack. He's got to do it 2 more times. Even though it's doubles, our scratch division ties are still broken by 1-shot roll-offs. They'll have the option of which bowler throws each shot of that roll-off if it goes more than 1. That's getting ahead of ourselves. We need 20 more pins to fall down before that happens. I don't remember our last doubles tie. I'm sure it's happened. 26 years, but it's not coming to mind. It's close. Wow! Maybe he didn't like his shot, but that is unusual pin action to leave a light 4-7 for a left-hander. That is... I mean, righties out there, when's the last time you left a light hit 6-10? Disappointed for him, disappointed for his teammate, I'm sure. They'd say 195 to 185 final, and a first career title, and a 300 game. What a day for Shane Smith. Well, I personally, as a Tucson graduate, I've had enough of all these Sun Devils on camera, so we're going to wrap it up and do it all over again in the morning for team action here at Valero Mesa. Good stuff.